Well, it's Mini Dog. How's it going? Cold today, hey? Guess we're stuck inside with boring old dad. Oh, sad puppy. What are we doing? Well, last time we did some rust repairs on the Rover, so I thought, let's do some more. Let's have a look at the nightmare here. I don't even know what's happened here. Oh, actually I do, I think. I have some idea. What we've noticed throughout this car is, and I don't know, welders out there can fill me in, but the common theme with a lot of these weird rust outs seems to be gas welding. This car has a huge amount of hand work and a lot of gas welding and a lot of lead. A lot of the localized corrosion, like say here, seems to be located in spots where the car was gas welded at the factory. So that's not altogether, shocking. So anyhow, I think what's happened is that the metal, after being gas welded, was not completely cleaned before it was primed at the factory, or the primer didn't stick where there was soot from the gas welding or whatever. So you find that the areas immediately surrounding the gas welded piece have been compromised by rust. So whether that is aggravated by a leaky back window or whatever, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's just rusty. So I'm going to make yet another piece. We're pretty much down to the making little squares part of the show here, but that one in the C post is a bit more serious. The other side has survived perfectly, so great. I'm going to cut that C post area out. Well, first we'll make a piece, and then we'll chop that out of there, and we'll repair it. Does this mean you're going to be loud? Yes, it does. Then we got more bits on the Conti to do, hey? Exciting, hey? Not really yet. All right, the usual tape pattern, and a little bit of a piece cut out there. Obviously very rough yet, but I'm going to just flange it up here, and then we'll start trimming it up and cleaning it up. A few sharp edges there and whatever. And then we'll get it in there. Well, then we'll start cutting up the car, I guess. Well, we got this cut out. Let's have a look. Yeah, shocker, more rust. Not really super stoked, but it is what it is. So this little bit at the bottom here is just not that bad, but unfortunately the worst rust here. Let's have a look at the other side. This is the importance of being able to see both sides of stuff. This looked fine from out here. So now we're going to be cutting all this and this flange here, about back to here and to there. So I'm going to take this whole wheel tub out, then we're going to repair this panel here. Might even repair that one while we're at it. It's got a pinhole. Made our little repair panel here. So that's going to be fine, but we need to fix all the shit instead of just welding over it. Me and Al, can we still say that?
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
We're gonna make a piece for the, for the thing. So this is what we're trying to make. This is what we have. Oh wait, did I? There we go. So it has to curve this way. So we're just gonna go in. We're gonna shrink it from here all the way into here. Yeah, quiet hammer.
Wouldn't it be nice?
I'd buy it. I think I have enough there. Right, there's not a ton there. It's almost flat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we'll bend her back over, and then we'll have to, maybe we'll have to stretch that, I don't know. Alright, that's actually what we're going for here. So it's just portions of half a dozen. Oh well, 1, 2, 4. Only 4. 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah. So anyway, 4 panels coming together there, and just a very vulnerable spot for us. So of course, all 4 are blown out. Other side somehow perfect. Just really happy about that, because this, what's the expression? This escalated quickly, I guess. So let's get in there. That's the plan anyway. So we gotta put it in there piece at a time. And of course all of these pieces are oversized, so everything still has to be trimmed. It's going to take a few minutes. And you know, this is not the outside of the car, so this does not have to be perfect. It's going to just have to be functional and decent. Okay, and we are finished the C-post repair here and the bit of the wheel tub that we had to do. So there we have it. That's where it was originally welded to this panel, so that's on the original seam. That's repaired there. Sorry about the autofocus, drives me nuts. Put a couple, well, there's our repair there, here, and the post. There, that's all we really needed right there. Yeah, well, there you go. Just another little hole that turned out to be, what, four or 5 pieces to go in there. It's Mopar night, you guys. So, hey, you the good old boys?
Yeah, it might even.
How's the Fargo, buddy? Oh,
man. Out of here, fellas.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy. Stacy, good seeing you, boss. Don't forget to bring another guitar next time.
Okay.
I don't want to ever see the same guitar twice.
365 guitars.
Okay, we're here with Miles, who hasn't been here in, what, 6 months?
Well,
oh man, no, it's not. It's a couple.
Anyway.
He's been here once or twice, not enough. So you got to get up to date.
I miss the old girl.
Chevrolet.
I haven't seen it since we kind of cleaned her up, gave her that.
Yeah.
One, you know.
So
let's see that piston.
the piston cleaned up really well.
Wow, that's beautiful. She had a lot of.
It was really bad.
Vertical
well, it was
scratching
scratchy,
on the
yeah.
side. So what went through to do that?
I don't know
Shit
if that
here?
was scoring from overheating when it, or if that was just scratch from getting it out of there.
Hot here, yeah.
Yeah, because we had to go around a couple of times to
Right.
get it out. So it could
And
have
there
been
was
just
a
that.
lot of shit up here.
Those were jammed in there. There. So there's really the real issue here is right there. You can see in there, that's some pretty deep pits. This is number 5. This is the broken cylinder. Yeah, I've given it a lot of thought. Well, not a ton. Maybe a little tiny amount of thought. As much as I give anything. Thank you all for your suggestions with regard to cylinder number 5 and this engine in general. I think you can see we had talked about replacing it with another 216, and that was definitely going to be more of a factor if I couldn't break it loose, but we got it loose, we got it apart, and really the piston seems fine. The rest of the engine is going to be fine. The engine is clean and low miles other than this one badly corroded cylinder. Those pits are 30 thou plus deep, I would say. So we have lots of options. The first option is do nothing. Just throw it back together and hope it runs, and it'll probably smoke. The second, I mean, I know it would run. The compression wouldn't be as good as I would like, and it would probably burn blue, which it wouldn't be great. So first option, not really excited about, although it would run. The other option would be pull everything out, pull it all apart, and send it out and bore that. You could either bore the whole engine 60 over or just this one hole and hope that it wouldn't be too out of balance. It would probably work. You would get most of this out at 60 over probably. The other possibility is, of course, to bore it whatever size it would need to go to put a sleeve in it. And you know, if this was a big dollar car and it had to come completely apart and I had lots of time and money, I would bore this one hole and sleeve it and bring it back to standard size. So that's the ideal solution, and that's plan B. If this doesn't work, then I'm going to pull the engine apart, we'll bore it out, and we'll sleeve this cylinder. But I'm thinking, as a nothing to lose plan, I'm going to clean up the pits, and we're going to fill them with JB Weld, and then we're going to see if it's enough to stop it from smoking, and I'll be curious. We're going to do a compression test on it when I'm done here, and we're going to fire it up, and we'll drive it. I'm very confident that this will work. I expect there will be a certain amount of skepticism about the way I'm going about repairing this cylinder, and I actually, I completely understand that. I just thought I should briefly explain why I'm even trying, and that is because one of the main reasons I'm trying this is that it worked on the 50 Buick on the straight 8 showdown we did a couple of years ago. That one, I think anybody may have seen that, where we built a little hydraulic operation to push the piston down. Well, what happened is it pushed the piston down, but without any way of rocking it, it never really loosened up, and it got down to a point where it essentially blew the wall out of the cylinder. So I actually had a crack about that long, and the cylinder had just kind of gone like this. And so with no realistic way to repair it properly, I decided that the Hail Mary approach would be to just JB Weld the cylinder and see if it would go. And it did. Like I think you can see, there's in that video we actually tested the compression, and it was better than some of the undamaged cylinders. So I think that was my proof of concept moment. And now that didn't run for, I didn't put a lot of miles on it, but that would be a situation where if that failed, the compression is going to go to zero instantly, and it didn't. So it seems to be running just fine. The trick there was to get it perfectly round, and we put a new piston in it, and just some used garbage rings, and it works fine. And I filled a few scratches and pits in that too, because when I was, the piston, I don't know if anybody remembers, but it was so badly damaged I had to punch holes in it with a drill and a chisel to get it out of there, and in doing so I managed to nick the cylinder a bit that way as well. So we had a cylinder with a 3-inch long hole in it, really, and a couple of pretty bad gouges in it, and it's fine. It didn't, that car doesn't even really smoke. So I'm not going to try and kid anybody that it's going to be as good as new, but because it's not actually blown right through. The purpose here is to take those pits and fill them with something that won't burn, like oil. I mean, otherwise all those pits in that cylinder wall are just going to fill with oil, and it's going to smoke. So I thought it'll improve the compression, probably. I mean, I'm hoping the compression comes back to almost normal, so I'm willing to give it a go. Again, the worst case scenario is I will be out a head gasket and some of my time. Everything will come off easily the second time if it has to. If this repair lasts 10,000 miles, then somebody can repair it after I'm dead, because it's never going to see that kind of mileage in my lifetime. The whole point of this car was that it was a low mileage car, so I'm not really putting this together so I can just flog it to work and back as a beater. This is as a car that's going to come out for nice occasions, and if I'm not happy with it, I will redo it. Like, I'm not going to drive it if I don't like it. So I just thought, as an experiment, it cost me really $5 to do this. Plus, if it fails, I'm out a head gasket. So whatever. Other than that, I mean, the rest of the engine is going to work really well, I think. So I just thought, let's give it a go. When I mentioned it to Uncle Tony at Uncle Tony's garage, he laughed, and then he went, maybe it could work, and so he was actually, he decided that he was actually slightly curious to see how it would go. So if you're watching, cheers, buddy. Well, let's see how the lowlifes do it, and I'm not going to take it much further than this. The idea, if I start spending 20 hours doing this, I might as well just spend 20 hours putting the sleeve in it. I may even have a sleeve standing by. If this ever goes sour, I'll just be able to pull the head off. I'll know exactly what the problem is. As I said, everything else in the engine is mint. In order to dig the corrosion out of the damaged cylinder. I borrowed this from Colin. It's like a battery-powered Dremel type tool, but it has this little whip on there and this little burr, which really did a beautiful job. So thanks, buddy. It's very nice that at least people I know spend the money on tools, even if I don't. Needless to say, when we dug the corrosion out of it, there was evidence of corrosion. I dug a bunch out in there too. So that's getting pretty close to the hot, what I would think of would be maybe the hotter part of the engine per se. So I don't want to get too carried away, but this, that's a little bit more than I anticipated, honestly. Because once the repair gets over half of the circumference of the cylinder, there's no way for this to work without the rings really dragging on this repair. So it just means that I can't kind of just leave it all low and just let her kind of glide over. So yeah, that'll be fine, right? Should be fine. Alright, it's the following day and I've slathered a bunch of JB Weld into this damaged cylinder, so I'm going to start roughing it out now with just with a drill and kind of a flapper wheel. That's what I'll use to get it close, and then we'll go back on the hone. Yes? Oh, yes, very boring. Sorry, I'm busy. Yep, you have to cool that down. You're a doofus. What? Don't back up fast at me. Okay, so what I've done is taken this little flapper wheel thing, wrapped it in 80 grit, and I've gone in and I've used this to kind of rough it out, and it's given me a, you know, not a great finish, but at least I've bulked most of it off. So I'm going back in with 3 flat stones on a hone and some gibs, and I'm just going to hone it out and see what happens. So let's give it a go. Very first, very light pass here, but just see what's going on. See, the darker areas are where there's still some JB Weld left, and I put a lot of it in the little pits and whatever. So, but what we're really concerned about is about halfway down there. You can see the big crater. So, if that doesn't, if that needs more, that will be another pass, and that'll be. We'll have to finish it up tomorrow or whatever. It's a little cold in here, so the stuff takes 2 days instead of 24 hours, but it's working well so far. It's not like it's all falling out. What do you think? Think it went okay? Yeah, let's have a look. I don't have a ton of huge expectations here, but it's definitely smooth, and the piston goes in. I think we're pretty close. The idea today is to put the final pass on there, for better or worse. And my goal is to try and apply a very thin coat to the entire inside of the cylinder very evenly and very close to the final finish size. The rest of the engine literally is terrific. Like, there's no ridge, there's no scoring, nothing's oversized, and it doesn't need rebuild in any way except for this badly pitted cylinder. So if we can fix this, great. And if we can't, hey, we tried. Made this nice, got that filed nice and flat, true, took all the sharp edges off. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to go inside the cylinder and I'm going to spread it around the best I can. Alright, well, I got the last little skim in there, and that worked out okay. I'd be silly to try this if I thought it had a 5% chance of working. I really think it's got a, I don't know, I'm 50-50, really, and for 50-50 I'll give it a try. That's kind of where I'm at on it. If all 6 cylinders were as bad as this, there'd be, you know, it'd be getting a different block. But again, I think the idea here is 99.5% of this engine is like new. It's worth this little try. And if it doesn't work, well, you know, they make sleeves, I'll put one in. I also have another block outside, but I'd really like to save the 37 block. And there's a few differences I found out in the meantime for 37 only. No valve seals. So, I'm expecting, I'm not expecting zero oil consumption out of this. It can't be a crop duster. We'll know the first time we go around the block if it's going to work or not. And if it's a crop duster, it's coming right back in and getting taken apart. If it's not, great. That saved a bunch of hassle and $10 worth of product, and we're done. I'm going to get some pieces on order now, complete gasket kit, and a few other details. We'll throw the engine together if we're happy with that. Then I'll order complete brakes, tires. You can get these running board things. They're not free, that's for sure, but I think the running boards are really hurting the appearance of the car more than anything. This one's not too bad, but I think if those were replaced with nice shiny new black ones, I think that could look really good. Yeah, that's where we're at. Got some good news. My old boss Al called, and Tuesday I'm going up there and we're going to pull the Volvo winter beater project from 3 years ago. Never too late. And I hope we get to spend some time with Al and kick the tires and bullshit. And people have asked before who showed me all the tricks with doing body work and splicing and collisions and that type of thing. And Al's always a good sport and likes to shoot the shit. So I'd really like to get up there and hang out with him for a day. Don't get to see Al enough anymore, but he does live, it's a better part of an hour away now, so bit of a job. So we'll be hooking up the old trailer tomorrow, and with any luck we'll be bringing home the Volvo on Tuesday night. And then we don't have to work on all these silly old cars. We can work on a Volvo. I'm just kidding. Actually, the Volvo's been at Al's so long that my nieces have grown up to where they need cars now, so we may even just be fixing it up and giving it to my brother to put the girls into. So put one more coat of JB Weld on it. Now I'm just kind of alternating 80 grit and the hone, just honing it, and if I feel anything that's that's not honing out nice, I'm kind of sanding it, then I'm honing again. I think at this point I have to figure that to try and get it any better, isn't really going to make much difference if it fails on the first day. So I think I'll leave it at this, and if this works, this is good enough that I don't think it'll smoke. If it doesn't work, it wasn't going to work anyway. So most of the JB Weld is right down where the 3 grooves, or where the 3 rings sat. And there's a little bit in the deeper pits, which is all I was kind of hoping for, really. You can see kind of in the middle of the screen there's very deep ones that I dug out there and filled. And there's some there that are very small that I didn't fill. So, I don't know. We're just going to have to see how she goes. It actually feels not bad. I don't think you would mistake it for a freshly manufactured engine, but it's, I would say if that will stay together, it'll run fine. Kind of curious to see how well it'll do. Again, we're going to pull them all, and we're going to ring everybody, we're going to hone everybody, and we're going to put it all back together. And then we're going to do a compression test. And I'm hoping that number 5, the bad guy here, is if it's within 10%, everybody, I'm going to call that a total success. And, if it runs great for the first hour and then starts smoking like crazy, then we'll have some idea what happened. I'm really curious. I've heard of people doing stuff like this, and you always hear, 25 years later, still driving it. So I'm going to try it, and we'll see. I just want to say thanks to a couple of the fellows who pointed out that I had some of the valve springs on upside down. Pretty amateur night move. In our defense, it was very late, if you know what I'm saying. And thanks for pointing that out. We'll get those flipped around, obviously, before it goes on. Just pulled them out of the box and threw them on. So thanks for noticing that. One of the other things that I was wasn't really too worried about, but it was kind of a pain, is the lifters and getting them out of the block here. I have managed to get one out, and I've already cleaned it up here, but they're just covered in varnish and crud and tiny bit of corrosion down here. and you can see very clearly where they ride in the block. So everything looks really good. This is critical here, and yeah, you know, for an engine that's just going to be a bone stock slogger, those are really good. Thanks for watching 37 Chevy fix-up time here with your host, The Menace. And this dog is sleepy today. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful old Chev as much as I am. I really just can't wait to see how she goes down the road. So we're going to keep at it here. Oh, did I wake you up? I'm so sorry. Want to go play with Bella today? That'll be fun, eh? Okay, we're off to Al's, and with any luck, we'll get that Volvo sorted out. Just in time for, well, we'll get it sorted out. Ready? Okay, we're at Al's here, and let's see, I don't know if anybody remembers this, we dropped it off a while ago. This is a Volvo S90. I think it's a 97 or 8. It's been a while since I saw it too. Anyway, we're here to pull out the B post. Can we get a good shot of that? You can see, if we look down the side, the way that those doors, the B post is in probably about 3/4 of an inch, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, so anyhow, Al has time to give her a tug today, so we're going to try to sort that out, and then we're going to see what we're going to do with this thing. Obviously, you still have to paint it and whatever else, so we'll sort it out. Let's just see how she goes. It's always fun to just hang out with Al anyway. This is Al's Suburban that he's been working on for 20 years. It's coming right along. I think Al's bought 6 batteries for this thing, just moving it in and out of the shop. 3 starters. I brought Menace dog. You having fun exploring today? Remember Bella? You guys gonna play? That'll be fun.
Bella, you be nice.
Oh, hi Bella, what a nice girl.
Bella, you be nice. You be nice, Billy. Holy fuck, look at the room you got, Scooter.
Yeah. Are you gonna be good? Hi Bella, what a sweetheart.
I drove by her just here the other day and it's up. I don't know if it's finished inside, but...
Okay, first thing we gotta do is put this on stands so it doesn't move while we're playing with it. So, what do we got? Where are the stands now? These big fuckers here?
Yeah, the balloons, we won't, those are the balloons. Now are these things rivets or?
What? These plastic guards?
Pull these rocker covers off.
Oh, for fuck's sake. So we gotta take these off.
Oh, yep, I see.
Okay, we're gonna pull the rocker covers off first. Put her on stand. Okay, I'll get the other 2. So, I don't know, what did we decide was the problem here? It looks like it's all
bent.
pushed.
It's bent.
Yeah. The trouble seems to be, it seems to be bent. And we've got very tight there.
We'll pull that center post straight out.
Here,
Yeah.
it's touching there. So, and I think we're maybe in a bit here.
Yeah.
So,
It's
we'll
right at
start
that-
by coming out and maybe it'll...
Right at that lower hinge there.
Yeah, that's where all the damage was. Now, are we gonna be able to do this with the doors on?
We might have to pull the back one off.
Okay, that's fine. That takes 2 seconds.
I just,
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can see that that's in here too, I think. Doesn't that look pushed in there?
oop. Yeah, where we got some
And again, I tried fucking tweaking it out.
Yeah, when you got some flaking there.
Yeah, well, you see all this. And that's after I've tried. I didn't really think that the whole thing was in. I thought I'd be able to cheat it out, but it's obviously all... Yeah, you can even take that lower hinge off if we need to.
Oh, hang on a minute here.
Oh, it looks like I've changed one of the rear hinges already.
Yeah, that's this is the problem with sending anything to wait a while collision.
You forget what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
There's even some shims here if we need them.
Yeah. How long we had this car?
Yeah. Oh, 2.5.
I'm just gonna do a feasibility study.
Yeah.
This is the
something.
charge for your seatbelt.
Oh, okay. That's the seatbelt
yeah.
blower. Okay.
Blower upper.
Yeah, all right. So we don't worry about that then.
Yeah, we won't. We should actually take.
I don't think any of that stuff went. It was a pretty light hit, really.
Yeah, it was.
And
I was just thinking here.
I even thought of splicing it. And there's no seam. It's all one piece, right? You can't just put a
Yeah.
post in it very easily because it's all
See,
here.
Is, she's double walled here, right?
Yeah, it's tough. That's the thing.
Because this is double walled. See, like it's collapsed the outer shell. You know,
Let's
if we
see.
push the inside.
Yeah.
We're still not bringing this out. You know what we're going
Right.
to do is we'll end up overcompensating because
Right,
this
yeah.
is pushed in, right?
Okay.
So
Do you want to start by pulling the back door off and take the hinges and door?
well,
I don't think there's any wiring hooked up yet.
I don't even bother looking anymore for adjustment
Yeah.
because they never
It's-
have it, right?
no. I noticed that when I was doing Rex with Richard. It's like there's all these modern, especially the Jap ones, there's no adjustment at all.
No.
So if you splice the whole side of the car in and it doesn't go clickety click, you're screwed.
I'm gonna look at the other side.
A lot of it is just figuring out what is the deal. Is this related to that? You know? There's a little bit of a wow in it there. Franker says no.
No, it ain't. Well, let's do an old,
Give her a little measuring,
well, kind of a,
sort of, kind of.
the old Mickey Mouse measure.
Oh, you're just gonna check for straight. Seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, she's pretty, very slight. Rock and roll will cover that. But it's like,
But that'll come out if we pull here.
that's what I'm, a lot of it's obviously right where, do you have an old hinge?
We can check.
No.
What is that thing there?
Oh, there's an old one in there.
Yeah. You want to put the old one on the full one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And here, that's our baby, isn't it?
I think you're holding the beauty. Yeah, let's pull the door right off.
Yeah, great. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to, for sure. That's the right thing to do, is bolt that out, pull that outer skin out.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put a clamp on a dummy hinge at the bottom here. We put the old effed up hinge back on, and we're gonna use that to pull the posts. Go. Mole clamp.
There's one for Mo.
So you see these, as you pull them out, there's a wedge here. So the harder you pull on it, the tighter it grabs.
Until the clamp breaks.
Until something lets go. Then you don't want to be standing near any of this stuff.
That's what you want to be underneath the frame.
Yeah, you got to be inside. Yeah.
Remember, Scott, I had one of these clamps bust, the jaw bust?
No, I remember you had a couple of bolts let go.
No, I had
and
the
a jaw
identical
break.
clamp.
Really?
It's bust right in half, the one jaw. Holy moly, talk about shit your pants.
Yeah, yeah. Remember you said one of them fired a bolt through the fucking paint booth, remember?
Was this, that was that, remember?
That was that
old
cinder block shop.
Yeah. Yeah. It was 100 feet long and the pieces were at the other end. And
Yeah,
that was that.
yeah, and big dents in the wall.
Yeah.
I remember one of the first times I was over there, you were pulling some bent up Chevy truck that had hit an approach or something, and you had it fucking tight. And I'm standing there like, hey, what you doing? And my nose is like an inch, and you're like, don't stand there. That's probably not a good place to stand. Let's go. We'll have to find your head somewhere else.
How many people? So what you did?
Yeah, well, that was me. What are you doing in there? That looks cool. So this will actually help, because this will roll it ahead a bit too.
Yeah. That's
kind of what we're hoping.
Do it all. Bring it.
Essentially, play the accident in reverse is what you're trying to do.
You better leave it.
So, if this works, then we should see some of this come out. We should see this, yeah, because we are.
Reverse the collision without hitting the ditch.
Yeah. And there was some here, not nearly as bad though. V's in here,
Yeah,
and then it goes back
but I'm
up.
hoping that'll come with it.
Some of that is this as well, yeah, I don't know.
Hoping.
Well, we'll see.
We do a lot of hoping.
Yeah, that'll work. All right, let's try it.
Whoa, see now we're kind of, you can see when
Yeah.
it blows like that, like we're going to go on against itself here.
Okay.
We brought it out.
Did we get it
It
out?
doesn't have to go much, right? But, you know, this is kind of a pain. Let's hang the door one more time, Scooter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's hang it, and then we'll. I wanted to show you what I was looking at along the belt line.
Yeah.
So I thought that was telling me that the top one was in too, because see, I've beat that down, so there was a kink there. So
okay.
that could have been in as well. So we've got the lower hinge pulled out. Now we're going to try pulling the top. Where do you want me?
Okay.
All right. We got this big C clamp here.
Alrighty. Ready, set, fuck it up. She don't take much. Oh, we're over fixing.
You think?
Just wait. It just don't take much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get that out of the road.
Okay.
Let me see what I'm looking at. Boy, we're far enough out on the bottom, Scottaroo.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna move that, see if it can come back a bit. Yep. And then we might have to just pull that hinge ahead a bit.
Yep.
You know? But, okay, I'll take this.
This one's already here. I got this. You just let it off.
This thing's as slow as I am.
There.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna, just for laughs. So that's saying that this. Oh, it's not.
Well, it
bad.
brought it out. It brought.
Let me just have a look down it.
We gotta bring it.
It's got to go more.
Yeah. Yeah. No, let's bring it. We're on the right track.
Yep. Okay.
Let's give it another. What's?
Do you want to?
A what's for?
Right.
See, the top of that door could probably rolled in on the driver's side. Well, let's go look at the other side. We have two sides to the car.
Yeah, we got two sides, and the other side's fairly clean.
Yeah, you see how the top of the other door is in quite a, like, look at how we are with our drip rail. Like
Yeah. You gotta go 3/4 all the way down.
Yeah, let's go look at the other side again. See, we can bring this door can come out a bit more.
Yeah.
Let's do this first.
Okay.
Because we're going off this. Let's bring this door in. I'll bring it in.
That should be just an adjustment.
Yep. That's a 12, right?
Okay, more playing with hinges. Oh, son of a bitch.
It's an overfix.
Let's see, did we go way too high now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did we do nice work, eh?
Okay, so is that...
Let's shut that door, Scottaroo.
Yeah. And then we'll know if we gotta push, because you see I got that way far back, so if it's too high, all we gotta do is kick that ahead a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I got that maxed. So the height here is
Oh,
pretty...
this is beautiful.
Yeah. So
That's...
if we move this ahead a tiny bit.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
Now how...
Because I would prefer if it comes straight down. But,
Yeah, if you want to do it that way.
well, no, let's do what you want to do. You gotta
Just
get it.
because we're nice here, that's all.
That's really nice there, yeah. Let's just loosen the bottom.
Okay, just a tiny bit. Okay, I got this.
Okay.
Oh, okay, tight. That's it there, yeah. Okay.
We only need two. Turn in the piss out of it. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
That, you almost want to touch yourself. Look at that, eh?
Yeah, because that's where it was hitting before.
Yeah, look at that. Nice call, Scott.
Decent there, nice here.
Oh, God.
Now, the only thing is
Let's
that
roll that door in.
this door, you want to move the top hinge in a tiny bit?
Yeah, let's
Because it is a bit.
God, it's just slightly, eh?
Yeah, but we can do it because,
Yeah, it's a little bit there.
and that's, yeah, we've been playing with that a bit. You know what we're going to end up with is pretty goddamn close to where we started. Right? If you bring that in, that shim will suddenly line up again. Right there. Try that. Okay. Sweet.
And we're going to tighten the bottom over here.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't jump around now. How are we up here?
Wow,
It's getting there.
that's beautiful.
Well, this could come out and then it would bring this.
That's what I'm thinking.
No.
Oh, man. So Volvo.
Here we go. Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Clickety clack, hey?
You almost gotta wear Depends when you play that.
And can
Look
you
at
see
that.
down there?
That's telling you. Honest to God, If you weren't filming this, I'd touch myself. Now you can't, Volvo doesn't get it that good.
No, it's nice now.
That's
solved, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that was all sticking out about that far at the top before, so. And this little bit here, I think, is because of this, because you can feel that.
Yeah, that looks like a tire rubbed
Yeah,
up.
something's rubbed up against it. And there's a little bit of damage here, so I'll have to fuck with that, I don't care. I just wanted something that was actually fixable.
It's just that, you know, it seems to have the perfect, you know, so you don't get a wind whistle, right? Or, you know that game.
Yeah, well, the important thing was that the doors were in that far in the middle.
Yeah.
And now we put that same straight edge on, and it's out a 1/4 inch is what that side is. So the molding, none of it matters, as long as the post is where it's supposed to, and they look great. It's tangent, right? It's absolutely dead fucking tangent. It looks great. And
another successful job by Alan.
That's
Starr.
right. Al's overnight repairs.
Yeah, fly-by-night repairs. Yeah. If you're in a rush, don't come to us.
That's right.
That's your mom always said.
Yeah. No, it's just right. It's right because that all looks perfect. And I'll fix that. That'll take care of that. There's a little bit of a wowzer in it here, but I might even take the handles off of the blue doors.
Yeah, you don't have to paint them.
Yeah, well, I gotta switch the locks and everything anyway. I just threw this together so we could get to work on it. Nice. Are we actually done then?
I'll tighten up some bolts.
Yeah, let's tighten the hinges and make sure nothing moves.
Yeah.
And if nothing moves, then we'll call it.
Yep.
That's good. Things were looking bleak for a minute there, and then it all came around.
Yeah, it's like magic.
Just like magic, yeah. No, we were... Yeah, and that fits perfectly against the fender now. And we're nice with the rocker. That looks all very good now. And, right, because before you could see an inch of the rocker here because the latch was so far in, right? Like, that's nice now, right? Volvo sounds, buddy.
Yeah, Volvo sounds. Incredible.
Clickety clack.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I'll leave you to it and pick it up next week. Just paint the whole side. Fix a few of these other dents too.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Yeah.
Get the fucking thing out of my yard. Oh, you're gonna miss looking at it every day on the way to go somewhere
I
else.
haven't even noticed it.
These are actually really good cars. That's why I kind of went with this. Like, Mark.
Don't they put cement trucks on these ones?
Yeah, yeah. These S90 was like the last good Volvo.
Well, this was actually made by Volvo, isn't it?
This is like the last of the big rear drive fucking truck engine ones. All right, we're gonna take it off the rack. I'm going to get these out of the way.
Can you just slam it like this stuff? Yeah, right in that hole behind my emergency shield. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you get your rack back. Not bad.
Yeah, fucking. Oh, you got her apart, right?
Pretty good. What a good girl. Ready? You have to get in the car, okay? Get in. Can you get in?
Lights work.
Am I good?
You're good.
Nothing in front, I can't see.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go a little
Yeah, you betcha.
I'm not gonna roll off again.
Nope. Oh, that's another beautiful thing.
There we go. And clear nooch. You want to go outside? Okay, don't wreck your haircut, okay? Well, it's a lovely day, even if it did snow another foot here, but, you know, only a few more months to go. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the show today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we do always putting it together, and I'd like to say thank you again to my old boss, Al, for spending some time with us here and getting my old Volvo fixed up. I'm excited to kind of splash some paint on and get it back together. Let's see how far I got since we got it home. Oh yeah, not very far. Well, sometime in the next couple of months here we'll get her finished up. And what's up, Menace? Have fun? Thank you guys as always so much for watching the show and for all the likes and comments. I do enjoy reading them. Thanks so much. And thanks to everybody who subscribed. And thank you very much to everybody who double checked that they were subscribed, because I don't like to keep mentioning that, but every time I do, usually 100 people the very next day. So thank you for double checking. Special thanks as always to the patrons of the show who make it possible to do this. I know I say it all the time, but I really do mean it. The show is for you guys, so thanks so much. Looks like Menace Dog has had enough fun for now. Have you? Hey, cut it out. Come on, cut that out. Inside. Come on, get going, you brat. A regular contributor.
Same old shit.
Good luck.